Hey guys, INSANEBRIT here, and this is basically a general vlog, an update about what's been going on, how I feel about certain playthroughs, what's been going on in my life, blah blah blah. You know, whatever. It's going to be a little bit more interesting. It's not a news Friday or whatever, so I'm just going to talk about a number of topics. Specifically, this vlog specifically is related to a comment that was made. It wasn't a negative comment, it was just a bunch of questions I got from a subscriber. And I thought, you know what, I'm going to address these at him and tell him what's going on or whatever and why this and that. And then I thought, you know what, I'll actually address it for the lot of you, the rest of you, if you're, you know, just maybe you don't know or whatever. I will say this right now for top end before I even get into this. The YouTube thing, or YouTube algorithm and all that bullshit, numbers are always low on my videos, especially the gameplay videos. That's just a reality of where we are. But I'm actually getting less than 100 views now on my food reviews. Maybe people are bored of the content, some people moved away, whatever. I get it, that's fine completely. However, I believe it's partly due to the algorithm, which in actual fact is hindering me. I am growing in subscribers. I got 1,781. Thank you so much. I'm growing every day or whatever. Even if it's my 1 or 2 or 3 or 4, it doesn't matter. I'm not planning to have 1 million subscribers by the end of 6 months or something, or the end of a year. Who knows? You know, Jesus. So it is what it is. But they seem to be making it a lot more difficult. So even if you're subscribed to me, you may not be getting my notifications or anything like that. And I'm sure you've heard the click the bell to get notifications every single day or whatever, or when my videos come out. And I'll get addressing the format as well to that. But it seems that YouTube itself has made that somewhat harder. Even though you're subscribed to me, they're still being bitches about you being able to come to my channel. Or you can come to my channel, but if you don't check every day, you're missing out on things and stuff like that, blah blah. It is what it is. I know most of you are food people, and at the weekend maybe you're only interested in that. I get it. But it's still, but like I said, I'm getting less than 100 views now on each video. It is what it is, and I just feel a bit frustrated at that, feeling that YouTube is hindering me in that respect. Because this new AI bot, there's a one that demonetizes you and stuff and says this is offensive, you can't have this, that, and the other ads. But now there's another one going around doing some random bullshit and fucking up people's shit, and you know, it's still going on. It's not just me; other people moaning about it as well. So yeah, I want to address a bunch of topics in here. I've got a list here of topics that I want to talk about. I'll just save a list. Basically, the first one is the comments that somebody gave me, or comments somebody gave me, which I'll be addressing now. Playthroughs, what I did this week. I'll be talking about WWE2K18, and possibly adding something to my food reviews, as well as my subscribers and stuff like that. So, yeah, I mean, that's just off the top of my head. I've wrote that short summary list about what I'm going to be talking about in this video. So I'm going to go directly to this person's comment, and I'm going to address each thing that they said. Now, this isn't a negative comment. This is just a bunch of questions, and I want to share them with, say this is what this person asked me, and this is how I reply, more or less, or my viewpoint on it now. He says he's been watching, this is from Gunnut505. Watching on and off for a while now. I see your views are a bit low. My advice is to have shorter edited videos instead of long hour gameplay vids, as they can drag on for a bit and get a bit dull. Okay, so let's address that first and foremost. I used to do 2 videos per day, half an hour, which made sense. Like, you know, so you can watch for half an hour and think, oh, I don't want to watch this no more, go elsewhere. And you could manage that in your own head. Like, oh, I don't want to watch one episode or whatever, I'm fine. However, I released 2, now if I did half an hour videos a day, we'd never get any playthroughs done. Like literally, I'd be on GTA now, probably, I don't know, or just finishing it. So it'd be absolutely ridiculous if I only did half an hour per day. Now, I was doing an hour per day, but I was breaking them up into 2 videos, half an hour and half an hour. But what would happen is they call it cannibalism, where I would release 2 videos, but you would only ever see the 1 video. And then you wouldn't get to see the second part. So you'd watch half an hour of gameplay, and the second part was a good story part. And I would see like 15 people watching, I don't know, part 5, and then there's a really good part, a good story part on part 6, and it was really good and integral to the story, and only 3 people would see that, or none. It was like out of 15, 20 people. I mean, my number's always low like that in respects anyway. But you see where I'm coming from? So you would actually miss that video. And then I'll release another 2 the next day, and you'll skip to part, I don't know, 7, and then you'll miss part 8, and that's the way it was really working, and that really frustrated me, and it pissed me off as a content creator to know that videos were getting missed, because, alright, people want to watch them half an hour, that's fine, but you don't go to the next one, it's gonna really, it's stalk the game, because in that hour, you're getting a lot of content in there with story, maybe it's at the end, and then you're getting gameplay as well. So there's 2 elements to that. So I changed it to 1 hour, but it was also due to the fact that I could manage my time better and manage my videos. I had to upload 10 videos per week in a weekday, and that was a bitch. It was so annoying. I didn't know. I was like, oh, what is this 10 and then this 10, and then it was just irritable. So I cut that down, and now I'm only uploading 5. So now I know where I am each day, and it doesn't get cannibalized. Well, it still does, but you can come back each day and watch an hour, and you know where you are completely. You know, and that's just the way it is. In regards to, sorry, let me switch back to the camera. And now, so basically you're getting a lot of gameplay, and then you're getting the story part. Now, when it comes to Monster Hunter, okay, I want to address Monster Hunter specifically, because that is an unusual game, okay, and you might think, now I agree with this. In the first few hours, Monster Hunter was a bit boring. It was interesting, but then it got boring, but that was because of me and what I was doing. I was wandering around like an idiot, but that is because, not because the game is boring, because it's gotten a lot better now, by the way, but it was a learning curve for me. I had to learn that game. Okay, you look at Call of Duty, you look at FIFA, you can jump on those games and play them straight away. You're not really having too much trouble. You're having fun. But if I was new to Call of Duty or Battlefield or something like that, and then you just watch me run around, and I'd be rubbish. I'd be garbage at it, and it would be boring. I wouldn't know what to do. If I weren't a first-person shooter person or something, you're gonna have to watch me learn to play the game, to then adapt, to then get good. You see where I'm going with that? If you look at Final Fantasy, RPG elements, or Monster Hunter, I've never played that type of game before. There's so many options, menus, potions and shit. I never play a game with potions and all that kind of rubbish. So it took me about 6 hours to really get to grips with the game, and now I am thoroughly enjoying it, and I'm battling monsters, and I suggest you check some of those videos out. They're pretty good. So yeah. Speaking of Monster Hunter, it is going on for, this will be the 3rd week it's going on. I am going to stop playing it, not because it's a bad game, but it's 3 weeks, and I'm going to jump to a shorter playthrough, which actually I was going to talk about a little bit after. I'll jump to a shorter playthrough, and then I will jump back onto Monster Hunter within a week, and try and complete that game or whatever. It is what it is, but I'm going to be breaking it up a little bit for you guys, where we'll be getting more interesting story-based games. Which with more interesting characters and stuff like that. So that's what's going to be happening in the next week or whatever. I'll stop playing it essentially. But yeah, there was a steep learning curve for me on Monster Hunter, and that's why it's kind of a bit dull at the beginning or whatever. But I've gotten used to it, and I feel I'm a hell of a lot better hunter than what I was. You know, I need to upgrade my character even more, etc. So I'm looking forward to that as well. So that's the first thing. That he talked about, what he said about the hour-long gameplay videos. Also, they're broken up into 10-minute intervals as well, so you can come back if you reach 30 minutes or whatever, and you're like, well, I'm sick of this, you can come back or whatever, see the next part next day, whatever, I don't know. It's up to you how you guys watch it or whatever. I release them about 7 o'clock every day, or try to stick to that at least, or get around to it. I've got to write it out and then release it, but that's what it is. He said he would like to see some game reviews instead of food reviews. And it's more interesting and makes you look less like of a goon. Now I know what he's referring to, or at least I believe I know what he's referring to. First and foremost, the game reviews. I stopped doing game reviews because I won't lie, I could do them, but it's more work for me, and I'm very happy just doing the gameplay element of it, the playthrough, and enjoying that, and then talking about it at the end, how I felt about the game. But I know what he means, but they're more intense 10-minute videos where I talk about specific things. I have my own format for that. I really do enjoy my format for that. I think it is unique in what I do. Well, not unique, but I do it a certain way. And if you watch my Assassin's Creed game review or Bully review, it's got 1,000 views. The Assassin's Creed one's got over 300. So, but the rest of them, like Batman's Telltales or the other one that I did after that, the Doom one's got 28 to 40 views. People just ain't interested in it that much. I don't know. they're low view counts. I mean, they might be good long term. I don't know. Maybe they were just crappy games to review. I don't know. But they're a little bit more difficult because I have to play the game and record my voice about what I'm thinking at the same time, and and I write it out a little bit. I have to write it out because I forget what, I haven't got the whole review in my head like that. It's really intense kind of thing, and I'm going down specifics from the baseline of the story to the gameplay, the graphics, what I think about it, good and bad elements, blah blah blah, and then I give it a final score. So I know what he's saying, and I may get back to that, I may not, I don't know. I thought about doing it for Monster Hunter, but Monster Hunter's got so much shit in it that I'm almost overwhelmed with that kind of game because it's a learning curve for me. Having said that, I am enjoying the game regardless, and I would recommend it to most people. But I'm enjoying playing that different type of game. So, and as for the goon thing that he said, I think, again, I'm just making an assumption here. The goon element I think he's referring to is when basically if you're only watching the food reviews, you're seeing me just say 5 out of 5 for this chocolate donut or something, or this, I don't know, Krispy Kreme, whatever it may be, some food review. You're seeing one element of me. And I may look a bit retarded. I don't know when it comes to the food reviews. People get that perspective of you, and that's all they think you're for, or what you are in a video. It's like, this is who he is, and that's it. But when you watch something like this, you see I'm a little bit more intelligent than that, a little bit smarter. I am running my own YouTube channel. I am uploading gameplay. I've got so many elements to what I do. There's so much more to me, basically, what I'm saying than the food review. So if you're not watching it, you're not seeing that of me. And I think that's what he means, and I understand that point of view. But if people choose just to look beyond just one spectrum and not watch the rest of my content, then they're missing out, and that's just the way it is, and there's nothing I can do about that. I hope to God you do watch my other content, and you have some kind of newfound respect for me when I'm talking in these vlogs, or maybe I'm talking in a News Friday video. As for the edited part of his comment, I don't edit my videos. This is going to be unedited. My gameplay is unedited. You are getting real-time reactions, real anger, real swearing, real opinions when I'm doing my gameplay videos or any video. I may practice a little bit in hindsight, like the News Friday. I've got to do my research with that because I can't get these facts wrong. But when it comes to a video like this or my gameplay, then I'm just playing it and enjoying it, and you see what I see. And so it is what it is when it comes to that element. Okay, let's again, still on the same comment. So let's begin. I'd like to see some kind of Star Wars or Lord of the Rings lore, like a nerdy something, like a nerdy fan. When you get whole channels dedicated to Star Wars or Lord of the Rings lore or this, that, and the other. I know what he's referring to, but I haven't really got anything like that. I generally am not a massive Star Wars fan. For me to talk about Star Wars would be a complete piss take. I'm a fan of it, but I know nothing about it. There's 50 million other channels out there who do it so well that it's, you know what I mean, it is what it is. I don't feel comfortable in talking about something that I know nothing about. It would be like me jumping into a topic brand new and thinking I'm an expert on it. Gaming is what I know, and that is what I nerd out about. In my News Friday, talking about gaming opinions and stuff like that. I'll give you the facts of what's happening, but then I'll give you my opinions. Whether you agree with it or not is a different story. So in terms of nerdy topics, there's two elements that I do this in, actually, thinking about it, and that's anime. I love my anime. I know a lot of you are not anime fans. I do the unboxings, and what I've been doing recently is not only do the unboxings, but you see they've gone up from 6 minutes for an unboxing part to about 13-15 minutes. You're like, why is it taking them 15 minutes to unbox an anime on a Blu-ray? That's ridiculous. You watch it, I'm unboxing it, I'll say what I know about it, show you what you get in it, etc., how much it was, and then I will go and watch it. I'll stop the camera, I'll go watch the video, the anime, and then in full, by the way, and I will come back and record the review part about what I think about it, the basis of the story, the characters, if it was funny, did it have comedy, X, Y, and Z. I'll say as much as I can about it, how I feel about the anime, and if it's worth buying, and what kind of anime it is, and how I compare it, and if you're looking for this anime, an anime like this, which is better, you can buy this or buy that, etc., etc. So that's what I've been doing. So I've been doing reviews on anime and been nerding out about that. Like I said, everything that I buy, I watch, and then you get my full opinion, and I've concrete evidence of I bought the product myself and this is why I'd recommend it and I love it and I hate it and blah blah blah. So that's what I nerd out about in that respect, and I've added that recently to my channel. This year has been very successful for me in not 2018, 2017, when I started adding, the beginning of the season, started adding commentary, live commentary to my FIFA 18 videos. It puts a perspective on it of my own personal personality, opinion, and maybe people come back for my tactics analysis, maybe they come back for their accuracy, maybe they like hearing me struggle sometimes with the names. I don't know, because I don't know every single player's name in the Premier League, so that's going to be interesting. That's coming to an end soon because the Premier League is ending. I'm not going to do the World Cup or anything. I might do the World Cup final, or maybe the Champions League final, but I'm not doing all the World Cup with England, because though I could or should, I don't know. I mean, that would be a filler for the Premier League, and that would be interesting, but I just don't know if I'll do that. It just depends on what I decide to do. I don't know. Maybe, maybe not. I don't know. It's very hit and miss with me right now. But it's also interesting that the Premier League is ending, because what that means is in a few months' time, we'll be having FIFA 19, and I love FIFA. You know, I can't wait for new FIFA to come out, so I'm definitely going to be buying that day one, guaranteed. So that's very exciting. Yeah, so blah blah blah. So yeah, that's all he basically said. So I've addressed most of those topics. Sorry it's taken about fucking 16 minutes to do that, but I wanted to get that off my chest about why and whatever else. That's the comment, the playthroughs. I want to talk about playthroughs for a second. Now, if you've been watching some of my recent playthroughs, some of them have been boring. I mean, generally boring, and that isn't my fault. Battlefield 1, boring, shitty missions. NAC 2 was good gameplay, but just a terrible story. Like, the characters were all dicks. The only good one was NAC, who hadn't changed. Everyone else was a prick. I didn't care for that game. It was a good platform, I enjoyed it, and NAC was cool, but everyone else I didn't give a fuck about. The story was garbage, it really is. I think they're coming out with NAC 3, I don't know. What else is there to talk about in terms of playthroughs, actually? So yeah, Battlefield 1, NAC, Borderlands Telltale series was pretty good. I enjoyed that. That was interesting. There was some plot twists there. Hold on, what else have I played in recent weeks? Okay, I'm loving how I can't access my YouTube account now. What the hell? You kidding me? Come on. Sorry guys, I'm having some serious issues right now. Oh my god. Unbelievable. Oh yeah. Yeah, that's what I was going to talk about. Yeah. Tomb Raider Definitive Edition. It was a good game. I enjoyed it. I think it's old. I don't think many people watched that. They weren't interested in it. Because it is kind of old. It came out a while ago. And on the PS3, let's be honest. It is on the PS4 Pro. I'm playing it. We will be playing Tomb Raider, the next one as well at some point. But I've played lots of adventure games, it seems. We've got Monster Hunter. We've got well, that's a war game. We've got NAC, that's like an adventure game, Tomb Raider. So I've kind of gone down this adventure route for a few weeks, and that's not very good. I have to break it up a lot more. I did then play an older game in Gears of War 3, which is saying that I really want to play a classic or whatever. Didn't enjoy the story was good and everything, but the Gears of War 1 for me still stands out. Ironically, I'll be speaking about this in my News Friday if one comes out. I don't know. They're basically apparently I've heard that they're making Gears of War 2 Ultimate Edition. So I just played Gears of War 2 a few months back. Now I've got to play it again, and I will play it again with all the HD graphics, because I'm that much of a fanboy of Gears of War. I've also got Halo coming up as well. It's a shooter as well. I know a lot of people. Oh yeah, speaking of Gears specifically, when I was playing Gears, there was times when it was kind of boring, even for me, and it weren't because more or less the game or whatever, or no, it was I was ill when playing it. I won't even lie. I was ill but I was pushing through it and trying to be entertaining. I had not hay fever. I had a bad cough or something. I was feeling like shit, and that's why that playthrough isn't the best playthrough. And a lot of people dropped off of that one. Didn't find it very entertaining. 6 views on some video. It's just garbage, really garbage. But that's because of my illness. I won't even deny that, and maybe I should have made that a lot clearer. But that playthrough is okay, but it's not the best, and it's been quite poor compared to some of the others. It is what it is. And then, like I said, I went on to Monster Hunter. There is more story-based coming up, and I'll try and stay away from the adventure games for a while, just to get more character-based games coming in. So after Monster Hunter this week, next week I'll be starting Life is Strange, or Beyond Two Souls, or, you know what I mean? I'm really going to push for a more story-based narrative with interesting characters, and I've got some more choice-based games coming up. Even the Telltale series games I've got coming up. We've got Batman to play. I might, you know, Titanfall 2, Call of Duty World War 2. So there are all these games that I've got ready and waiting to play. I just haven't gotten around to them yet. So, yeah, after Monster Hunter, I'm going to go to a more character-based game, and I hope you guys enjoy that. And I know I'm looking forward to playing some games where it's not an adventure kind of thing. I'm just a narrative, and it's like a hallway kind of game where you're just going through. But I absolutely love those games, and I just enjoy the story-based story and the characters themselves. So that's coming up in the next few weeks. So my apologies for the Gears of War 3 playthrough. It wasn't good enough. I know that because of my illness. I was just feeling ill like shit. Also this week, what else did I do? Let's come on to what I've been doing. This week I pre-ordered Ghost in the Shell. The box set or whatever, so I got my pre-order in. It's basically the whole collection of Ghost in the Shell from Season 1, Season 2, and the 3 movies. It comes in about £100, so I'll be unboxing that for you guys when I do get it. I hate the idea of paying £100, but I'm a massive fanboy of Ghost in the Shell and Death Note. Death Note I waited 10 years for. Ghost in the Shell is finally on Blu-ray. I'm like, yes, this is perfect. I've got no problem paying it. I'm just annoyed it's 100. Thought it'd be about 60, 70, so I pre-ordered that. I'll be unboxing that for you. Also, I went to sell my old Ghost in the Shells, and I went to cash converters, and somebody said don't go there, they'll rip you off. And I'm like, well, I'm going to give them an opportunity. They gave me £80, 50. No, they gave me 70. No, they offered me 50 quid, 60 quid for my iPod. So I thought that wasn't a bad price, but then I went over the road to CX and they offered me 80, so I took 80. But I always want to know what they offer me. So I go in there with a bunch of DVDs and stuff, and because they're on DVD format, they're box sets. So I'm like, well, I should get like 4 or 5 quid. Sounds silly. But either way, I wanted that money and just put it to my Ghost in the Shell funding or whatever, you know, just to make use recycling it, turn it into a little bit of money to add onto my thing. I thought, fuck it. Because no one else who I know really likes anime. You know, my friends buying the same collection I'm buying, so I thought, fuck it, I'll do that. So I go in there, and there's a guy standing there selling something. He moves on. There are these 2 teenage kids. They're standing there. They get told to come back or something with some ID. They're like, okay, fuck it, we'll move on. A guy went in there with a £115 hard drive. I didn't want to sell it because somebody had already bought him one. He was like, fuck it, I just don't want this one. I've already got one. And he ends up getting offered 30 quid. He walks out of there, and I'm like, okay, that makes sense. He wanted 110 or something. No, it was being sold for 110 on the market generally. He wanted about £60. They offered him 30. He was like, fuck that. He walked away. So I step up, and the guy just takes one look at me, and he says, with the DVDs, he says, dude, you'll get a penny for those DVDs. I'm like, okay, back in my bag, and I fuck off back over to CX. And they understand what these anime are, their collections and their box sets and stuff like that. So they ended up, so I went from essentially pennies per DVD, which is about, what, 4 pence and like £2 or £3 Blu-ray. So what, I would have got 4 or 5 quid? Less than that. 3 quid probably, I don't know. So I'm like, fuck that. So I go over to CX, and what do I get? £42 credit. See the difference there? Fucking ridiculous. Cash converter trying to fucking rip me off hardcore. So I was like, bollocks to that. So I went over, now on any other given day, I would have taken the £42 credit. But because I needed the money, because I weren't buying anything in there or whatever, I was like, you know what, I'm going to put it to my Ghost in the Shell saving. I had to take £28 cash, which ain't too bad. I'm not crying over it. Fuck it, doesn't matter. So I basically use that £28 cash, put it to my funding, gives me about 60, 70 quid or whatever it is overall to the Ghost in the Shell collection. So yeah, I'm very happy with the money I got in CX. It's a shame I couldn't keep it in there and just bought a game or two, because there was 2 games I could have bought. I could have bought LA Noire and another story-based game or something like that. So yeah, it is what it is. So I'm very happy with that and content. What else to talk about? Oh yeah, I want to talk about the WWE2K18 game that came through. It finally came through. My God, this game. There's some good elements to it. It's got great graphics. The fighting's pretty good. I hate the submissions. They're fucking trash. And the timing's bad when you've got to push R2 to reverse things. But this game needs to be taken over. WWE2K18, 2K make great games. I played many of their great games, but they need to sell this franchise. Sell it to fucking EA. EA may not be the best, but EA do things right, like FIFA. When you're talking about knocking a game out yearly, they do it right. EA needs to pick this up, take the franchise off of 2K, because there's so much potential with this game. They're just fucking up on ultimate ways. The voice acting is terrible. The storylines and options are crap. The characters some of them don't even look human. It's terrible in that respect. It's like one of the worst games I've played in a while. It really is. The voice acting, there's no voice acting. Well, the voice acting is non-existent in the story mode. You have to read everything. This is a $1 billion company, a game that comes out yearly, and I have to fucking read what's being said. I can't pick a main character. I haven't worked that one out yet. You have to create a player. There was 4 pages in Monster Hunter of being able to pick lips. 4 pages of lips and eyes. There are 6 character faces in this game. 6 of the main face. You can pick what type of face you want. 6. You fucking kidding me? You're on crack, mate. Garbage. No wonder he's a billionaire. He don't fucking spend any money. I feel sorry for WWE 2K fans or WWE fans who want to play a wrestling game and get this piece of shit. It wasn't worth the money, realistically. I had fun with it, or I'm having semi-fun with it, but it's like they want you to win matches certain ways as well. Like, oh, you have to do this, and if you don't win it, like the way they want you to, even if you miss one of the objectives out, so it might be, oh, you get a pin, you have to do a finisher twice and get a 3-star match rating. You may get one finisher, a 3-star rating, pin them, and then they make you restart the whole match again. Garbage, trash. EA, please buy this off 2K games and just fucking make it work, because it's garbage. My character's voice, right, when I'm saying something, it could be, I don't know, I'm gonna wrestle you at WrestleMania, just say it's that, right, I don't know. This is how he's saying it, right, I'm gonna give you exact motion of my character, no matter what he's saying. This is his animation, okay, it's like this. That is literally, it doesn't matter, I could be talking shit, and I'm still doing this. Like, what? The movement of the character is fucking stupid. Fucking retarded. It doesn't make fucking sense. Garbage game. Not worth getting in my view. It just isn't. It's fun when you're like, I don't know, and there's so many characters you have to unlock. It's a fucking piss take. Like, Daniel Bryan's in it, but you have to unlock him, and a bunch of others, Triple H, not Triple H, The Rock, and it's just not very good. It really is sad. There's because there's the fight when you're these big wrestlers like Brock Lesnar and stuff. It's fun. It is fun. But taking them on a career mode or anything doesn't exist, or at least it doesn't in my view. I haven't been able to do it. I just create a my player thing or whatever, and then you fucking play a shitty story, and it's very limited. It's garbage. Characters, when you talk to them backstage, they try and give you missions or little quests like, oh, get a 3-star rating in this match, or play this match, or do this, or I bet you can't do this, can you try doing that, and you agree or you disagree. Garbage game, not worth it really. Content regarding to food reviews. I was thinking about, and I know this is very, very late in the day, people have said this, but I may be adding drinks to my food reviews. I think it's a different kind of content. I think I got an interesting idea what I could do with it to a point. It is what it is. I know it's taken a very long time. I may try and record that this week or something. I'll see how it goes, and I'll upload it on the next week. I don't know, hit and miss. So that may be coming. I don't want to promise too much, but I'm giving you a hint of how serious I am about it by talking about it. But I know it's been a long time coming, and I should have done it ages ago, but I haven't. I'm very slack on that. I understand that, and that's probably why I haven't grown as much as I should have, or whatever, or could have. Rather, it is what it is. As for my subscriber base, like I said at the beginning of this video, I'm 1,781 subs at this point. Thank you so much for all the people that watch my content, whether it be food, whether it be FIFA simulations, which are two of my most popular videos, or like series is my FIFA videos, and the food reviews. So they're the two big popular ones, whatever. So, you know, and I just want to let you know that I appreciate every single one of you. I've gotten better at responding to comments. I get some hate here and there, and I give them shit for it. If you're gonna throw mud or throw shit, I'm gonna give it back to you, and I don't care doing that. I can accept criticism. There's nothing wrong with criticism, as long as it's constructive and not abuse. Like, you fat motherfucker, stop eating food, you fat fucking prick, blah 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 blah. You know, it is what it is. So I always, you know, respond accordingly, at least how I feel about it. You know, I always try to remain respectful, but at the same time, if you're not going to be respectful to me or just be a hater, then I'll fucking hate on you and laugh at you at the end of the day. So yeah, thank you for all the people that subscribe to me. I hope you guys, if you can't donate to my channel or anything like that, I've been saying things like that for a while, and it gets repetitive. Keep saying, hey, donate to my PayPal, link to the description and stuff like that. So if you want to do that, you can do that, or sponsor me rather, is what I'm saying. You can send me an email, contact me on social media, follow me on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and all that kind of stuff. You can always, there's an option to always do that, or whatever. You must have PayPal if you're doing a donation or anything like that. Sorry, I'm trying to wrap this up in the best way I can, and I know I'm missing something. I know I'm gonna regret saying, like, come off and then be like, oh man, I should have said this or that. But yeah, guys, that essentially is it. It's a half-an-hour video of me rambling about random topics. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Stay tuned for more unboxings and stuff like that. I did my Gears of War artwork unboxing. I don't know if many people are interested in that. It is what it is, unless you're a Gears fan or whatever. It is what it is. But yeah, hopefully guys, I have more food content, and there'll be more interesting gameplays coming up the next week or two. And I will see you next time. Thank you so much for watching.